This is intro, and this is just going to be a quick tutorial on running your PC, keeping it clean, what you should do to manage your PC in order to keep it efficient every time you open it, as I know a lot of people have problems when they open their computers, turn them on, and there's 90 things loading at once. First things first, what you're going to want to do is go to your programs in your control panel. Click Uninstall a Program, just because this will give you a list of every single program or software that is downloaded onto the computer, and the option to delete it. So you're going to want to go to your Uninstall a Program page or your window, and just look at the publishers of who is actually publishing the software that you're using. A lot of times you'll have software that won't have a publisher, and that is not good. A lot of that is spyware, virus software. You need to remove that indefinitely. Don't download things where there is no publisher. Microsoft Corporation, you see, like, you have common names here: Riot Games, Google, Codeblocks. Like, see how, okay, Codeblocks isn't completely, I guess, common program used, but it's a C++ or IDE, integrated development environment for programming, and that you can see that they have published their program under their name. This shows that they are attaining responsibility basically for their program. So if you have a whole bunch of programs, on your computer that have no publisher, that means that while they might have publishing rights to the program, they're not claiming responsibility, and their program is just not worth downloading. So you're gonna want to check that. That's number one. Two is, you'll have, in a lot of computers, if you haven't cleaned it in a while, you'll have a lot of downloads in here. You should not have that many downloads. I mean, I can scroll down a little, but I've seen computers where the bar is half this size and you can scroll down like a whole page of downloads, and that's just not good. So you're going to want to really look at the programs. I would keep all Microsoft, or say you have HP, if they have anything downloaded on their publisher, do not delete it. Keep that on there because that's important. Everything else on here is basically just downloaded by you. See, like, all of these programs I've downloaded, I know they're on there. I know they're safe programs. I know that they have publishers, and they're, like I said, safe programs to run on your computer, so I'm going to keep them on here. But if you have any and they don't have a publisher, or the publisher name isn't something you've ever heard of, or you've never heard of the program, go ahead and click on it, and you're going to click Uninstall and Change at the top here, and that will uninstall the program. You just go through the setup for that, and it should take, less than 5 minutes to uninstall the program, and this will really heighten the speed. And if you don't do this and you have all these programs on here, you're never going to get the performance that you should out of your computer. So I'd highly recommend that first before doing anything else to clean your computer. Second, you're going to close out of that and go to Disk Cleanup. Disk Cleanup cleans all of the unwanted bullshit files that are on your computer. Like, just files that you don't need, files that you're never going to use. Not programs, just bullshit files that have been saved onto your computer. So if you don't have that icon right there, you're just going to want to go to your control panel, go to System and Security, Administrative Tools, go to Disk Cleanup right here. You can actually right click it, copy it, and paste it on your desktop for the icon, so that you can remember, okay, I have to clean up my computer. Paste it onto your desktop, double click it, and you can click the drive that you want to clean. So I want to clean my C drive, click OK. It'll load this. This is just getting all of the files that it needs to delete, files that you don't need, files that the computer doesn't want anymore, and compiling them all in so that it can present it in this view right here. This will show you your recycling bin, what's in your recycling bin, temporary internet files, archived Windows error reports, which are a big thing, along with log files from errors that your system's having throughout the day, because it does have problems on its own that don't just pop up. And they would create reports and send them to Microsoft sometimes, and sometimes they just pile them in your computer. So you want to check all these boxes, make sure they're check marked, every single one of them. Click OK, click delete files. That'll take a second. And again, if you haven't done this ever, this is not going to be as fast as it just went for me. It goes fast because I haven't, let my cache get that huge to where it has to take that long to load. So lastly, this defrag, that's a big thing. I have a video on that. If you go to the same place, you go to administrative tools, and you click defrag and optimize drives. This is a big thing to do also. I'd also put a link to this on your desktop by copying and pasting the icon. You want to click optimize, and that'll just go ahead and I'll click it. It'll run through, analyze every disk, figure out what it needs to do, and it pushes all of your information into certain parts of your drive so that all of your information isn't scattered throughout the whole drive. It basically frees up space by compressing it all into one corner of the disk. So you're going to want to do that. It'll analyze every single disk, and it'll optimize them all, which is basically going through and freeing up all of that empty space and getting everything into one part of the disk so it's easier for the computer to manage all of the software and the programs that are running on it. You could think of it as just giving the computer more room to think. So you're going to want for that to load. That should take a second, but you don't have to wait for it to load. You can minimize it, close it, it'll run by itself. So that's about it. Like I said, make sure your Windows firewall's on. Make sure you have a firewall running or a system security. If you have Comcast, you can automatically, with your email and password, get Norton's Security Suite. Norton Security Suite, which is what I use, which is the most basic security on the internet for free, I'd say, and most useful. It actually has the disk cleanup. See, it says run file cleanup. It has the disk optimization built in. It has diagnostic reports. It has your identity manager. You can back up your files. You can run scans on your computer to check what files are corrupted or any viruses that are on your computer, and then you can automatically delete them. And it doesn't cost anything. It's free to all Comcast customers. So if you have Comcast, you just log into your Comcast account, go to Google, search Norton Security Suite, and download Norton, and go through here, run all your scans, update it. And like I said, you can optimize and clean your files from here. If you don't have Comcast, you can also download it with a different security program. That could be anything, Scott or something like that, a paid source, or you can get something for free. I know Windows Defender is on all Windows PCs for free already. So if you have Windows Defender, make sure that's up and running if that is the only security that you have on your computer, and make sure that your firewall's turned on it. Run all your scans on there, and make sure everything's running fine on there. Another thing is if you're running more than one virus protection, you could run into a lot of problems. If you have, like I said, Norton on and Windows Defender at the same time, you can run into problems. You want to make sure that you are not running these at the same time. Like you can see here, I go to my firewall. It says that my settings are managed through Norton Security Suite. So you want to make sure you only have one firewall, and if you have more than one on, I recommend deleting the one that you think is less efficient. And that's about it. So follow all these tips, and you can keep your computer up and running successfully. Continue to use this cleanup, this defrag, and like I said, make sure your security updates are updated and your firewall is on. So thank you for watching, and subscribe.